Nottingham Forest to win the Premier League. Now, I know your automatic thought would be not a chance. Forest are never going to win the league. Better teams around, Arsenal, City, Liverpool cruising it. There's no way that Nottingham Forest can win this Premier League. Well, in this video, I'm going to balance the argument out, but I'm going to look at more as to why Nottingham Forest can actually win the Premier League. 100% definitely finish in Champions League places, and I'm sure by the end of this video, you will be convinced too that Nottingham Forest have actually got what it takes to see out this season from this point as well, after having such a mega start to it. That word is key there, start. Forest have had an excellent start to the Premier League season. Now, in fact, we're halfway through the season right now, and Forest are in second place, joint second with Arsenal. And that's what you have to look at. So, starts are great. We're actually into the second half of the season right now. We're into the first week of January and gone. So we need to start taking Nottingham Forest seriously. Just the table never lies. That is the key in all of this. But going back to the start, all of the great managers gone past, Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, all have very good starts to the season. They make a big point about making that start of the season crucial to their winning the title or going on a title charge, for instance. It is important because getting points on the board gives you that little bit of respite when you have players injured or you go through a little bit of a blip in form or something like that. But looking at the table right now, look where Forest are. We're into January. They're second in the league. Second in the league. And if that wasn't proof enough that Nottingham Forest deserve to be there right now, you look at the form table, the last 5 games, maximum points. There's only Newcastle right now who are having an absolute mega run who can compete with them. When you look at the top of the table, you look at Liverpool and everyone says they're flying away with it. You look at the last 5 games and Liverpool have got a full squad of players right now. Nottingham Forest are actually 4 points better off than Liverpool in the last 5 games. The form is actually catching Liverpool up, and that point there in having a great start is point proven what I'm saying really with Liverpool. Liverpool's phenomenal start to the season has now left them in a position where even when Nottingham Forest are catching them up a little bit, they are still in a little bit more, well, they've got a little bit more breathing room. Which is why I said at the top of the show that Nottingham Forest will at least make Champions League football this season. You only have to look at the squads of everyone around Nottingham Forest compared to them, and that for me is the key thing in the running and what will happen next in this back end of the season. Because that's where everyone's argument against Nottingham Forest is going to come in. Squad depth. How many players have they got? Can they sustain this charge? Well, let's just have a little look around the amount of games that Nottingham Forest have got left to play. Obviously, we know 18 games left in the Premier League from where we are right now. No other cup competitions apart from the FA Cup, which is coming up. Compared to the other teams around them, Liverpool, Carabao Cup, double legger coming up right now, semi-final, possibly final. They've got the FA Cup also. There's 2 more competitions for them. Champions League, going fire in that as well. And they've got all them games to come. More games this season in Europe than anybody else. Same for Arsenal as well. They're the 2 teams around them. Chelsea, in fact, look at them. They've got the Conference League. Do they want to go all out and win that competition as well? The FA Cup for them. So when you look at the position in the table, the teams around Nottingham Forest, the amount of games that the likes of Arsenal, that the likes of Liverpool, Manchester City, in fact, chasing up behind them, Aston Villa for that matter as well, all teams chasing that top 4 and the title. You look at the games that they've got compared to Nottingham Forest, and you would automatically say that Forest have got the easier run. But it's not just about the amount of games left, and this is where I think people don't look into Nottingham Forest as serious contenders when they should do. You look at their defensive record, second best defence in the league straight away. Their defensive partnership between Murillo and Milenkovic. Milenkovic coming in this summer was an absolute steal of a buy from Fiorentina, and that partnership between him, Murillo and Milenkovic is hard to beat, and I think definitely challenges Arsenal's centre-back partnership of Gabriel and Saliba as the best in the league right now. That's how good it is. Squad depth at Nottingham Forest is a bit of a myth because people don't look at the quality. You, for instance, look at the quality players and the players that are in form this season. You've got the obvious ones. You've got your Chris Wood, Anthony Elanga, Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs White there as well. Honestly, when you look at all of their players that are in form right now, you need to have plenty of players in form, like defensively solid, scoring goals. Chris Wood, amazing season. Anthony Elanga, form of his life. Even as far as Taiwo Awomya now, who hasn't been doing well this season, he scored against Wolves the other night, and that now maybe that springboard for him going forward, finding a bit of form and having a bit of a cover for Chris Wood. But the biggest thing in all of this that not many people are remembering is the fact that Danilo, Their best central midfielder last season got injured on the opening day against Bournemouth. That horrible leg break. And then you've got Sangare as well, another defensive midfielder who has been injured all through the season. Then players just coming back, added to what they've already got. I mean, you look at Elliot Anderson, who's been a revelation stepping forward this season. They have got serious depth in that side right now. And we've missed a few players out there as well. But just to look at it, great defence, best partnership in the league, definitely. Squad depth. I mean, we're talking about a midfield there with Sangare and Danilo coming back in. Elliot Anderson stepping up. Morgan Gibbs-White in there alongside Hudson-Odoi and Anthony Langren at forward line with Awamia and Chris Wood. And then you've got James Ward-Prowse, who can't even get minutes in the side, who's actually fit. So you're talking about depth. You're talking about what Nottingham Forest can actually bring, and if they can handle the rest of this season with just 18 Premier League games left to go. I say yes, Nottingham Forest well and truly can handle it, and not many people are looking at the quality of that squad right now and taking it serious. Forest are real contenders. And I challenge you in the comment section to tell me that I'm wrong, that Nottingham Forest aren't serious contenders for this title. The form, the position they're in already, the solid team they've got, playing for Nuno Espirito Santo, and them fans being happy with that style. They give up loads of possession. I think their average is around about 30-something% possession, but it works for them. They're happy to play it, and everybody on board with the manager is why. You look at everything that I've just said, the squad depth, the games they've got left to play. Even if you look at the games that you could say are tough for Nottingham Forest, I mean, what's tougher? They've already been away to Liverpool, Brighton, Chelsea, Arsenal, City, United. They've only lost 2 of them games. That tells you everything right now. At home, they're not... Well, at home, they're actually solid. I was going to say they're not that good because their away form is even better than their home form. So that all goes in their favour as well. There is no way that anybody is telling me with everything that I've gone through there that Forest cannot sustain a challenge throughout the season. All that can go is the mentality, and maybe they can lose their way towards the back end. And if you wanted an omen, just to finish this video off, as to why Forest have got a chance, they're on exactly the same points as Leicester were when they won the Premier League. And we all know how miraculous and how everybody thought that was impossible. We will see, won't we? Let's see. But let me know in the comments section. Please give this video a like and make sure you have subscribed to Football Talks. Cheers for watching, everybody.